Viewers, listen closely, because what you're about to hear might change everything you thought you knew about the mysterious disappearance of actor YU Menglong. Yes, you heard that right. Multiple sources are reporting that Beijing police have officially raided the 798 Art Museum, one of the city's most famous contemporary art spaces, and inside, investigators may have found something shocking, something that could finally answer the question haunting millions: is YU Menglong dead? And was his body hidden there all along? Stick around, because in the next few minutes, we'll break down how this secret operation unfolded, what eyewitnesses claim to have seen being taken out of the museum under tight security, and why the entire Chinese entertainment industry is trembling right now. If you thought the mystery around YU Menglong's disappearance had cooled off, think again, it's just exploded. It all started around 3:20 a.m., when reports began circulating on Weibo that a convoy of police vehicles and black vans had entered the 798 Art District under heavy surveillance. Locals living near the complex said they saw armed officers sealing off several blocks, while museum security personnel were ordered to evacuate immediately. At first, everyone thought it was a routine security check. But then, someone leaked a clip. The shaky 18-second footage showed two investigators carrying a long, covered object wrapped in black plastic, escorted by police. The object was placed into a van marked evidence transport. What caught everyone's attention wasn't just the object, it was the look on the officer's face. Pale, tense, and almost frightened. Within minutes, hashtags like #798museumraid and #YU MENGLONG'S BODY FOUND skyrocketed to the top of Weibo's trending list. The rumor spreading online? That the long object might have been human remains. By sunrise, Beijing was buzzing. News outlets scrambled to verify the story, but the 798 museum's management went completely silent. Their official website crashed. The museum's director, Liu Chen, didn't answer any calls or messages. Reporters who rushed to the scene were stopped 2 blocks away by security cordons. But one witness, a young artist named Zhong Rui, who works in a nearby studio, gave an exclusive anonymous statement to local media. According to him, they were not just searching. They were digging. The police brought ground scanners and thermal imaging tools. It was like they were looking for something that had been buried for a while. Around 5 a.m., they stopped everyone from filming. After that, no one was allowed to leave until 9. When pressed about whether he saw what was removed, Zhong simply said, "I can't confirm it was a body. But I saw a stretcher. And it wasn't empty." This shocking claim spread like wildfire. Thousands of fans who still believe YU Menglong might be alive began gathering online, pleading for confirmation. After all, it's been 8 months since the actor vanished without explanation. His last public appearance was during a brand event in Shanghai, and hours later, his phone signal was traced to the Chaoyang district, not far from the 798 museum. That's when people started connecting dots. Why would police return to the same area now, months later, if they hadn't found new evidence? As tension grew, journalists noticed something strange. The museum's social media account was suddenly wiped clean. All posts, photos, and comments disappeared. The account bio was replaced with a single phrase: "Art hides truth." That cryptic message triggered panic. Was this a clue? A confession? Or just a hacker playing games? Before anyone could answer, official state media briefly acknowledged the raid, confirming an ongoing police investigation at the 798 Art Museum involving suspicious materials. But the report was taken down minutes later. By noon, the Chinese internet was on fire. Meanwhile, international outlets picked up the story, with CNN, BBC Asia, and several Hong Kong tabloids running the headline. Raid in Beijing Art Museum may be linked to missing actor YU Menglong. Fans across the world began dissecting every second of the leaked video, freeze-framing the image of the black plastic-covered object, comparing its size to a human body, analyzing shadows, reflections, and even the movement of the officers. One viral theory claimed you could faintly see a wrist bracelet, one strikingly similar to the jade band YU Menglong was known to wear during his last public event. Could it be him? As investigators refused to comment, an insider from the Beijing Municipal Police allegedly told a reporter, "We have retrieved remains for forensic identification. It's premature to speculate." But there are links between this discovery and an open celebrity disappearance case. Those 27 words were enough to set the entire internet ablaze. Fans flooded YU MENGLONG'S old social media accounts, leaving emotional comments like, "Please tell us this isn't you. If they found your body, why hide it from us? Someone did this to you. We will find out who." But then, things got even darker. A now-deleted post from a museum staff member claimed that 2 days before the raid, a mysterious crate was delivered to the museum by a private courier. The crate was reportedly labeled "Donation, Private Collection, Do Not Open." It was placed in a restricted storage area near Gallery 4B, the same gallery where police were later seen digging. Could that crate have contained the evidence that led to the raid? Around 2 p.m., aerial footage surfaced, allegedly taken by a drone. It showed forensic tents, crime scene markers, and a small section of the museum garden cordoned off. Police were seen moving in and out with containers of soil samples and sealed boxes. Curiously, one large canvas painting had been removed from inside the gallery and placed against an outside wall. The painting, according to art catalogues, was titled "The Still Silence," created by an anonymous artist last winter. Now here's the twist. Art critics online pointed out that the facial structure in the painting bore a haunting resemblance to YU MENGLONG himself. And when digital editors enhanced the photo under infrared filter, they discovered what looked like hidden outlines beneath the paint, possibly an image painted over another portrait. Could someone have used the artwork to conceal evidence or messages about YU's disappearance? That's when whispers of a cover-up started surfacing. Some fans claimed that the museum had long been associated with underground art circles, where powerful collectors paid to keep controversial exhibits hidden from the public eye. Adding to the mystery, the museum's financial records from earlier this year showed a sudden influx of donations from a company named Golden Leaf Entertainment Holdings, a shell company later linked to a major Chinese talent management agency. The same agency YU MENGLONG had tried to terminate his contract with just weeks before he vanished. Could that connection be the motive? At 5 p.m., police sources confirmed that the forensic team had transported the remains to a secured medical facility for DNA testing. No names were released. But that didn't stop the media frenzy. A local TV station accidentally aired a segment where a blurred-out officer was overheard saying, "It matches the timeline." The clip was cut within seconds, but viewers had already recorded it and shared it online. If that statement referred to YU MENGLONG's disappearance timeline, then it might mean the body truly was his. By evening, the entire art district was swarming with reporters, crying fans, and onlookers hoping for answers. Candles were lit near the entrance of the museum, with posters of YU MENGLONG surrounded by flowers and notes reading, "Welcome home, and you deserved better." Police pushed the crowd back as more trucks left the premises under escort. No one knew exactly what had been found, but the faces of the officers told a silent story. They looked shaken. Meanwhile, in an eerie turn, an anonymous account posted on Weibo claiming to be part of the museum's night staff. The message read, "The museum was never meant to hide a body. It was meant to hide a truth. What they found was only part of the secret." Minutes later, the account vanished. The question now haunting everyone: if YU MENGLONG's remains were found, who was responsible and how did his body end up in an art museum? Sources close to the investigation hinted that YU's last known contact before disappearing was a prominent art curator, identified only as M. The two reportedly had a heated argument over a confidential exhibition piece that YU wanted to expose publicly. What could have been so dangerous that it led to his death? Some believe YU had discovered a black market art trafficking ring, where stolen cultural pieces were sold to elite collectors under the guise of modern art installations. The 798 Museum, known for its avant-garde exhibits, might have been one of the locations used to launder and store these works. If that's true, YU's death wasn't accidental, it was a silencing. As midnight approached, a new wave of tension hit. Forensic lab insiders leaked that the remains found inside the museum show signs of chemical preservation. In other words, someone had tried to delay decomposition. That revelation sent chills across social media. People began speculating that the body had been hidden there for months, maybe since YU's disappearance. A few hours later, local police issued a short, cryptic statement. Preliminary results have confirmed a match to a male individual linked to an ongoing missing person case. Family notification procedures are underway. Fans broke down online. The grief was instant, raw, and global. By morning, the museum remained closed, surrounded by barricades. News vans lined the street. Inside, investigators continued searching every inch of the building. Some workers said that even after the main discovery, the police refused to leave the underground storage area, suggesting there might be more evidence hidden below. And then, something unbelievable happened. A second discovery. Security personnel leaked that investigators found a USB drive and a sealed letter inside a hidden drawer near the curator's office. Though police didn't reveal the contents, rumors spread that the letter contained YU MENGLONG'S handwriting. If true, it could mean you knew what was coming and left a final message. Right now, we don't have all the answers. Authorities are still testing DNA samples, examining the artifacts seized during the raid, and tracing the origins of the mysterious crate delivered days before the operation. But one thing's certain, the 798 museum will never be seen the same way again. The question that remains is chilling. Did YU MENGLONG'S artistic curiosity lead him to uncover something powerful enough to get him killed? Or was his body planted there as part of a much larger scheme to send a message? Whatever the truth may be, this story has shaken China and the entire entertainment world to its core. Fans are demanding justice. The industry is silent. And somewhere behind those locked museum doors, the secrets of that night are still waiting to be uncovered. If you thought the shocking midnight raid at the 798 Art Museum was the end of the story, think again. What police discovered after that raid has plunged this mystery even deeper. The atmosphere in Beijing remains tense as investigators continue to uncover new and disturbing evidence that could finally expose what really happened to YU MENGLONG. It was supposed to be just another day after the raid. The 798 Art Museum was closed off to the public, with investigators still combing through its dark halls. But around 10:45 a.m., something unexpected happened. A sudden power outage plunged the entire art district into silence. Moments later, security footage captured police officers rushing back into the museum's underground archive section, the one reportedly sealed for years. According to one source on the scene, the officers had detected unusual heat signals from below the basement floor using thermal scanners. At first, everyone thought it might just be malfunctioning equipment until one officer reportedly shouted, "There's another chamber beneath this one." That statement changed everything. The discovery of a hidden sub-level beneath the 798 museum instantly reignited theories that the location had been used for secret storage. Construction blueprints for the building, leaked online hours later, confirmed that no such chamber was ever part of the official design. How could a sealed underground space exist without anyone's knowledge? By noon, witnesses described a flurry of activity, forensic teams drilling through concrete, rescue lights flickering through the dust, and muffled gasps from investigators as they uncovered a rusted metal hatch leading to what looked like an old bunker. Inside that hidden chamber, according to one unconfirmed but widely circulated report, were 3 old canvases, a corroded metal chair, and several glass jars containing preserved fragments of documents. But here's the eerie part, one of those jars reportedly contained a locket. And inside that locket, a photograph of YU MENGLONG. This revelation hit the internet like a storm. Fans across social media couldn't believe it. How could a photo of YU end up hidden underground beneath an art museum? And why inside a jar? Theories multiplied by the minute. Some claimed the chamber was used for psychological art experiments, projects blending human emotion with symbolic installations. Others believed it was a holding room for illegal art pieces or personal items confiscated from whistleblowers. But it was one particular item that captured everyone's attention, the metal chair. A leaked image circulated online appeared to show strange carvings on its armrest, markings resembling numbers and initials. Experts speculated that they could be dates or encoded coordinates. But what shook people even more was the faint engraving on the backrest that read, "Truth lives beneath silence." Was this another cryptic message from the people behind YU MENGLONG's disappearance? Or was it something YU himself had left behind, knowing it might one day be found? Around 2 p.m., An audio recording began circulating online, allegedly retrieved from a small recorder found inside one of the sealed jars. The audio quality was poor, muffled and static-filled, but a faint male voice could be heard saying, "You can't bury art. You can't bury truth. If something happens to me, start where the silence begins." Fans instantly recognized the tone. It sounded strikingly similar to YU MENGLONG'S voice. Though the recording hasn't been authenticated yet, digital analysts confirmed that the voice pattern bears a 95% vocal match with Yu's archived interviews. If proven genuine, this would mean Yu knew he was in danger and tried to leave a final message. By sunset, investigators were seen escorting several boxes out of the museum under armed guard. Sources later confirmed those boxes contained new forensic evidence, including fragments of old film reels labeled Project S. The code name immediately sparked new speculation. Fans started connecting Project S to YU MENGLONG's last cryptic social media post before he vanished, where he had written just one line. "Art should serve the soul, not silence it." #projects. Was Yu exposing something illegal? Rumors suggest that Project S might refer to an underground initiative linking art, money laundering, and political influence, where museums and private galleries were allegedly being used to store coded messages or illegal assets. If Yu had somehow stumbled upon proof of this, that could explain why he disappeared. One anonymous police insider reportedly told a journalist, "The evidence retrieved from the museum could shake powerful institutions. That's why everything is being handled quietly. Too quietly." Meanwhile, emotional fans flooded social media with tributes, saying they felt betrayed and heartbroken. "He tried to tell us the truth through his art," one user wrote. "And now that truth is buried under concrete." Late that evening, one more discovery sent chills down everyone's spine. A museum technician leaked that inside one of the retrieved film reels, investigators found a recorded rehearsal of an art installation titled The Human Frame. The recording showed YU MENGLONG himself, sitting inside the 798 museum's main gallery, surrounded by distorted paintings and mirrors. In the footage, Yu says, "We all wear faces. But what happens when art shows us who we truly are?" The camera cuts abruptly after a loud metallic clang, then silence. The timestamp. Just 1 week before Yu's official disappearance date. This new evidence reignited old suspicions that Yu's disappearance wasn't random at all, it was meticulously planned. Some fans noticed that the phrase "truth lives beneath silence," the same one found on the metal chair, also appeared faintly in the background of that video, painted on the gallery wall. Could Yu have been trying to leave a coded trail all along? Around midnight, reports emerged that a second search warrant had been approved, this time for a private warehouse located just a few kilometers from the museum. This warehouse, according to property records, is owned by an art collector who had worked closely with Yu MENGLONG before his disappearance. Strangely, this same collector fled China 2 days after Yu vanished. Could this person be the missing link? Sources at the scene described boxes being carried out of the warehouse labeled confidential exhibits. Inside one of them, witnesses claim police found another jade bracelet identical to the one Yu wore daily. At that point, even skeptics began to believe maybe, just maybe, the body found inside 798 Museum truly was Yu MENGLONG. But not everyone agrees. A new theory emerged online claiming that Yu might still be alive, and that the body found was a staged decoy meant to throw off investigators. Supporters of this theory pointed to inconsistencies in police statements, as well as the mysterious disappearance of the museum's curator, who reportedly left Beijing the night before the raid. Adding to the confusion, CCTV footage from the museum's external cameras was completely erased from the last 48 hours before the police operation. The only surviving clip shows a tall man entering the building wearing a long black coat, and from behind, his resemblance to Yu MENGLONG is uncanny. Was it him? Or someone else entirely? Whatever the truth is, one thing's undeniable: the 798 Museum has become the epicenter of the biggest celebrity mystery in modern Chinese history. As of now, DNA results from the body found have yet to be publicly released, and officials continue to maintain a wall of silence. But as more leaks emerge, the picture becomes clearer. Yu MENGLONG's disappearance wasn't a simple case of going missing. It was a cover-up, one tangled in art, power, and secrets. The discovery of the underground chamber, the coded engravings, and the mysterious Project S could be pointing to a much larger conspiracy, one that someone has been desperately trying to bury for months. And maybe YU Menglong tried to stop them. So what happens next? Authorities are reportedly planning a press conference, but insiders warn that not everything will be revealed to the public. Behind the scenes, more arrests might be coming. If these new discoveries prove to be true, and if YU's voice recording is authenticated, this case could shake the foundations of China's entertainment and art industries. For now, all we can do is wait, and keep asking questions. Because one thing's for sure, the truth isn't fully buried yet. If this continuation left you in shock, make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe to my YouTube channel so you don't miss the next explosive update on this mystery. Now, I want to hear from you in the comments. Do you think YU Menglong's voice in the leaked audio is real? Was the underground chamber a secret vault, or something even darker? And what do you think Project S really stands for? Drop your thoughts below, because your theories might just uncover the next piece of this haunting puzzle.